In today's video segment, we are going to discuss about 8279 Programmable Keyboard Display Controller. So this particular chip was by Intel and it is a general purpose keyboard display controller. And its main purpose is it interfaces a keyboard with the CPU so that CPU can do its routine task without any interference. So the keyboard display interface, it scans the keyboard to identify if any key has been pressed and sent the code of the pressed key to the CPU. And this particular data is also transmitted to the display device for display. So both of these functions are performed by the keyboard display controller in repetitive fashion without involving the CPU. So CPU can do its routine task without worrying about the key pressed in the keyboard. 8279 keyboard display controller is designed by Intel and it is used for interfacing a keyboard with the CPU. So the controller first scans the keyboard and identifies if any key has been pressed. It then sends the relative response of the pressed key to the CPU and vice versa. So the keyboard is interfaced either in the interrupt or in the hold mode. In the interrupt mode, the processor is requested service only if any key is pressed. Otherwise, the CPU can proceed with its main task. In the hold mode, the CPU periodically reads an internal flag of 8279 to check for a key pressure. So this is how the 8279 keyboard display controller works. Now this is the internal architecture of 8279 keyboard display controller. We will discuss each block of this particular diagram in detail. Mainly, the programmable keyboard display controller 8279 is having four main segments. So the first one is a keyboard segment, second one is a scan, third one is a display, and fourth one is a CPU interface. So let's see these main segments in the architecture figure. The keyboard display controller chip has interface with keyboard as well as the display. For interfacing keyboards, it has a set of 4 scan lines and 8 return lines. For interfacing display, it has a set of 8 output lines. This is the internal architecture of 8279. Now let us discuss each section inside this 8279 keyboard display controller. So first is the I/O control and data buffers. So the I/O control section, it controls the flow of data to or from 8279. That is from the 8279 to microprocessor and from the microprocessor to 8279. So the data buffers, it interface the external bus of the system with the internal bus of 8279. And here we have the I/O control to which these pins are connected. The A0 pin, the chip select pin, the write signal and read signal. So this is the I/O control and data buffers. Next section contains the control and timing registers and timing and control unit. So first one is control and timing registers. So inside this 8279, it can work in different modes. It has keyboard mode and display mode, etc. So if you have to make 8279 work in a particular mode, you have to change the control and timing registers. So if the registers are to be written, we have to make A0 is equal to 1 and this WR is equal to 0. If you are changing these two pins like that, you can write to the control and timing registers. So our 8279 can work in different modes like keyboard mode, display mode, etc. So how we can inform the chip to make it work in a particular mode? You can do that using this control and timing register. The next one is timing and control unit. This particular unit controls the basic timings for the operation of circuit. So it's the scan counter divide down the operating frequency to derive the scan keyboard and scan display frequencies. So this particular unit, it divides the operating frequency of 8279 so that it can work in the keyboard and display modes. So this is the scan counter. This unit, scan counter, it has two modes: to scan the key matrix and to refresh the display. And the two modes of scan counter are the encoded mode and the decoded scan mode. The next one is return buffers and keyboard debounce and control. So this particular section, it scans for a key closure row wise. That is, it will check whether a key has been pressed or not. If the pressing of key is detected, the keyboard debounce unit debounces the key entry. That is, it waits for 10 milliseconds. After the debounce period, if the key continues to be detected, the code of the key is directly transferred to the sensor RAM along the shift and control key status. So this particular unit is responsible for scanning the key closure row wise. That is, there will be a key matrix, and this particular unit, it scans and see whether a key has been pressed or not. This is keyboard debounce and control unit. So it also passes the informations of the shift key, control, etc. to the FIFO sensor RAM. So whatever key is pressed, that information is passed to the FIFO sensor RAM. Now let us discuss about the FIFO sensor RAM and FIFO sensor RAM status. So FIFO sensor RAM is a data structure used to hold the keys that are pressed. So this block acts as a first in first out RAM. That is, whenever the keys are pressed, the codes of those keys will be going to this FIFO sensor RAM in the order in which they were pressed. So this is a FIFO sensor RAM which stores all the pressed keys, all the key codes of the pressed keys. For example, if the user has if he has pressed the keys like computer, so the code of C will go to FIFO sensor RAM first, then the code of O, then the code of M, then the code of P, like that. So all those codes, the codes of the pressed key will be in the FIFO sensor RAM. And the status of this FIFO sensor RAM will be present inside this FIFO sensor RAM status block. So this particular unit is responsible for generating an interrupt request after each FIFO read operation till the FIFO is empty. That is, if a key has been pressed and if it comes to the FIFO sensor RAM, this 8279 should inform the microprocessor about the key scanned. So that is done using the FIFO sensor RAM status. So here you can see an IRQ signal which is going to the microprocessor. Through this, the interrupt request goes to the microprocessor. This is the next section. In this section, we have the display address registers and a 16 by 8 display RAM. So this particular unit, the 16 byte display RAM, it contains the 16 bytes of data that is to be displayed on the 7 segment displays. And this display address register, this particular unit, it holds the address of the word which is currently being written by the CPU to the display RAM or vice versa. So this is the main purpose of the display address registers and 16 by 8 display RAM. This is the overall architecture of 8279. So here we have the internal data bus. This is the IO section. Here we have the display section. This is the timing and control unit and the control timing registers. Here we have the keyboard scanning section and the FIFO RAM. The FIFO sensor RAM status, this unit will send the interrupt request to the microprocessor. And here we have the display registers, the scan counter, etc. So this is the internal architecture of 8279 keyboard display controller. Now let us discuss the different modes of operation of 8279. 8279 can work in two different modes of operation. First one is input mode and second one is output mode. So let us discuss the input modes of 8279. First one is a scanned keyboard mode. This mode allows a key matrix to be interfaced to the microprocessor. So this is an example key matrix. So we can interface using two different methods. It is encoded scan and decoded scan. So if it is an encoded scan, an 8x8 keyboard can be interfaced. In decoded scan, a 4x8 keyboard can be interfaced. Next one is a scanned sensor matrix. In this mode, a sensor array can be interfaced with 8279 using either encoded or decoded scans. And third one is a strobed input mode. So in the strobed input mode, the control line is looked, and if it goes slow, the data on the return lines will be moved to the FIFO. So these are the three input modes in 8279. Next we have the output modes or display modes. So 8279 provides two output modes for selecting the display options. So the first one is display scan and second one is display entry. So in display scan mode, 8279 provides an 8 or 16 character multiplexed display. And in display entry mode, the 8279 allows the options for data entry in two directions. You can enter the data from right side or from the left side. So that is the display entry output mode. So this is how 8279 is connected with the 7-segment displays. In this video segment, we have discussed about the 8279 chip, the architecture. In the next video, we will be studying the modes of operations in detail. Thank you.